morning to one and all. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Narayan Rao Kovur. In this video, we will understand the complete information of Consumer Protection Act 1986. What is the meaning of Consumer Protection Act 1986? And who is a consumer? What are the objectives of Consumer Protection Act 1986? Rights of consumers, consumer dispute redressal agencies, and importance of Consumer Protection Act 1986, limitations and conclusion. So now let us examine point by point. First, in our daily life, we buy goods and use services regularly. But sometimes we face problems like defective products, poor services, overcharging, and cheating. So, to protect the consumers from unfair trade practices, the Government of India introduced Consumer Protection Act 1986. This act play an important role in protecting the consumer's right. Consumer's right. This is the brief introduction of Consumer Protection Act 1986. So now, what is uh, what is the Consumer Protection Act 1986? Right. The Consumer Protection Act 1986 is a law enacted to protect consumers against unfair trade practices and exploitation. To protect the consumers from the unfair trade practices and exploitation, the Government of India introduced Consumer Protection Act 1986. Next, it provides a simple, quick, and inexpensive mechanism for resolving consumer disputes. This act provides a simple, quick, and inexpensive mechanism for resolving the consumer disputes. So easy to solve the consumer disputes through this act, Consumer Protection Act 1986. So this act came into force in 1986. Next, who is a consumer? Who is a consumer? According to the Act, Consumer Protection Act 1986, a consumer is a person who buys goods for consideration, hires or avails services for consideration. He is called consumer. A consumer is a person who buys goods for consideration and avails services for consideration. He is called consumer. Next, for example, buying a mobile phone at shop, buying a mobile phone at shop, using banking services, taking hospital treatment, etc. So these are the goods or services utilized by the consumer. Next, objectives of the Consumer Protection Act 1986. What are the objectives? One is to promote consumer awareness. So, to promote consumers' awareness, to protect consumer rights, to protect consumer rights, to prevent unfair trade practices. So unfair trade practices are going on. According to this act, to prevent unfair trade practices. Next, to provide speedy redressal of consumer grievances. So, establishment of this act is meant for speedy redressal of consumers' grievances. Next, to ensure fair business practices. To ensure fair business practices. So, these are the main objectives of Consumer Protection Act 1986. Next, rights of consumers. What are the rights of consumers? According to Consumer Protection Act 1986, this act recognizes six basic consumer rights. Six basic consumer rights are right to safety, right to information, right to choice, right to be heard, right to seek redressal, right to consumer education. So these are the six basic consumer rights the consumer protection has provided or recognized. So, right to safety, right to information, right to choice, right to be heard, right to seek redressal, and right to consumer education. Next, consumer dispute redressal agencies. Consumer dispute redressal agencies. Consumer Protection Act 1986 provides or established three-tier redressal machinery. Three-tier redressal machinery. Three-tier redressal machinery are: one is District Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum or District Forum. One is District Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum. Next, State Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum at state level. First one is at district level, second one is at state level, third one is National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. This is at national level. It is an apex body of consumers dispute redressal agencies. So National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission is the apex body to redressal the consumer grievances. Right. These are the three-tier redressal machinery of Consumer Protection Act. Next, importance of Consumer Protection Act 1986. What is the importance of Consumer Protection Act 1986? First one, it protects the consumers from exploitation. Protects the consumers from exploitation. Second one, encourages responsible business behavior. It encourages the responsible business behavior. Third one is it builds trust in the market. It builds trust or confidence in the market. Fourth one, ensures justice at low cost. So it ensures justice at low cost. Fifth one, strengthens consumer confidence. It strengthens the consumer confidence. So in all these aspects, the Protection Act 1986 has a great importance in India. Next, limitations. But there are some limitations also there. The limitations are: one is delay in disposal of cases. There is some delay in disposable of cases. Point number two, lack of consumer awareness. So lack of consumer awareness. Consumer awareness is limited. Third one, limited coverage of e-commerce or digital payments. Limited coverage of e-commerce or digital transactions or digital payments. The coverage is limited. Fourth one is overburdened consumer courts. So there is a overburden in consumer courts. These are the certain limitations of Consumer Protection Act 1986. Conclusion: Consumer Protection Act plays an important role in the Indian economy, and it is an important role in protecting the consumer rights in India. So, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and comment.